The doomsday fish. Why two giant messengers just appeared in Mexico. The hook. A warming from the abyss. Imagine you are walking along a sunny beach in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. It's February 2024 and the world feels normal. Suddenly you see something flashing in the shallow waves. It looks like a giant metallic ribbon over 20 feet long with a bright red crest that looks like crown. As you get closer, you realize it's not one, but two massive serpent-like creatures struggling in the sand. You have never seen them before because they live 3,000 feet below the surface in total darkness. But the locals are not excited to see them, they are terrified. In Japan they call this creature Ryugu no Tsukai, the messengers from the sea god's palace, but the internet knows it by a much darker name, the doomsday fish. According to ancient legend, when this fish rises to the surface, the earth is about to shake. Today, we go behind the veil to investigate why these two giants appeared together, the chilling history of their prophecies, and what science says about the secret signals might be picking up from deep within the Earth's crust. The anatomy of sea monster the oarfish, Regalicus glesen, is the longest bony existence. It can grow up to 36 feet long, that's as long as a school bus. They have no scales, instead their skin is covered in a silver reflective material called guanine that makes them shimmer like a blade. They don't swim like normal fish. They hang vertically in the water, perfectly still, using their long red fins to row through the dark. This strange, ghostly appearance is likely origin of every sea serpent legend in human history. For thousands of years, sailors told stories of giant dragons in the deep. They were not dragons, they were oarfish. But the mystery is not just how they look, it's where they live. They inhabit the mesopelagic zone, also known as the twilight zone. It is a world of crushing pressure and freezing cold. For them to rise to the surface is a biological disaster. It usually means they are fleeing from something. The 2011 coincidence that shook the world. The Doomsday nickname is not just a scary story. It gained global attention because of terrifying series of events in 2011. In the months leading up to the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami in Japan, one of the most devastating disasters in modern history, at least 20 oarfish were found washed up on Japanese beaches. When the 9.0 magnitude quake hit, killing over 15,000 people and triggering the Fukushima nuclear disaster, the legend of the earthquake fish went viral. Believers argued that the fish felt the massive tectonic plates shifting long before our instruments did. Since then, every time an oarfish appears, from the Philippines to California, the world waits for the ground to move. The 2026 Mexico sighting. A double warming. The sighting in Cabo San Lucas in early 2026 is particularly shocking because it involves two fish at once, and the world of marine biology, seeing one oarfish alive is once in a lifetime event. Seeing two together is almost unheard of. Tourists on the beach tired to guide the fish back into the deep water, but the footage went viral, instantly sparking a wave of inquiry, fear, across social media. People began to ask, if one fish is a warming, what are two? Some linked the sighting to the rising global tensions and the recent tremors recoded along the Pacific Ring of Fire. Was nature sending a synchronized signal that something big was coming? The science. Can fish feel the earth? While many dismiss the legend as a myth, some scientists have a khufia secret that might bridge the gap between folklore and reality. The theory is called seismic sensitivity. Oarfish live near the bottom of the ocean, often close to active fault lines. When tectonic plates begin to grind against each other before a major quake, they release massive amounts of electromagnetic pulses and ionized gas into the water. Unlike human, deep-sea creatures are incredibly sensitive to these electrical changes. It's possible that the doomsday fish is not a magical messenger but a biological sensor. They might be feeling that electricity of an upcoming earthquake, causing them to panic and flee towards the surface where the warmer water eventually kills them. The red tide alternative. Of course, there is more grounded explanation. Marine biologists point out that ocean temperatures are changing rapidly. In 2026, we are seeing massive shifts in deep-sea currents and upwelling events. These currents can pull deep-sea creatures out of their habitat and trap them in shallow water. Additionally, red tides, toxic algae blooms, can disorient deep-sea fish, forcing them to the surface to find oxygen. So is it a prophecy or just a sign of sick ocean? The messenger of deep sea. Whether you believe the legend or science, the appearance of the oarfish is a reminder of how little we know about the world beneath us. 95% of the ocean remains unexplored. We have better maps of the surface of Mars than we do of the floor of our own ocean. The messengers from the sea god's palace continues to haunt our beaches and our imaginations. Every time one appears, it forces us to look down into the dark and wonder what the earth is trying to tell us. If the doomsday fish is a censor, we should be listening, because in the silence of the deep sea the truth always moving. Final hook and call to action. If an oarfish washed up on your local beach today, would you run for the hills or stay to take a picture? Let us know in the comments. Do you believe in nature's warming system? If you want to go behind the veil of more forbidden history and biological glitches, subscribe to Veil Quest. Check the link in the description and in the comment section for the full viral footage of the Mexico sighting and the map of the Ring of Fire. Stay curious, the truth is always waiting behind the veil.